I was offered a good deal on this Pescador 12.0 because the previous owner had attempted to do some repairs on the bottom and did all of this damage. These are all the holes that were made by the repairs. And I bought it. I went and picked up another one today. This is a Perception Sport Pescador 12.0. It's got all the hatches. I just shoved them inside. Holy crap, that thing's crooked. I'll do an assessment. It's got holes in the bottom, but they're easy fixes for me. Let me pause this here and I'll take it down and we'll continue the video. I'll do an assessment here under the tree. Alright, here I've got the Perception Sport Pescador 12.0. It's going to need a new bungee back here because this one's worn out. It does have all three hatch covers, which is amazing. It's got all of the pad eyes and hooks. Got the seat. The straps look okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll probably have to redo that because it's not holding all that great. It's nice. It has the bottom on it and it has the comfort seating system on it. Hatches. It's got the adjustable foot pegs in it. Now here's the reason I'm missing one handle here. I got a set of these handles. Here's the reason I got a good deal on it. So the guy I got it from said the guy he got it from had tried to fix it, and this was just covered with plastic, and he scraped most of it off. You can see where he overheated it here and here and melted all this in. I'm going to heat this and lift that back out. I'll seal all of this. Holy smoke, look at this. Oh, that's a separate hole. That's not even... I thought it was a scupper. Yeah, he probably pointed a torch at this and melted it in. Other than that, you know, this is a little worn. I can fix that. The back one, they do make this one a little thicker, so it'll be okay. But yeah, I can fix it. He says that this stuff it's like rubbery, so it's like that Flex Seal stuff. And if you look inside, you're taking some white Flex Seal. You just poured it all over everything in there. I can fix it. Keep watching. Let's see what happens. Alright, I'm getting ready to start work on this. But before I start, I need to scrape all this garbage off of here. I've already found the perfect red plastic for it. Let's see what says it on here. Cozy Coupe. This is one of those little dome looking, smart car looking things kids ride around in. It's made by Little Tykes, roto molded, same way kayaks are made, same type of plastic. But now I got to get all this junk off of here. Luckily the guy I got it from had already started on it, so most of it's already off. I need to find my putty knife so I can pull this junk off of here. But just to give you an idea of what I'm going to do, I'm going to peel all this junk off of here first. I'm going to heat this, and I'm going to put something in here and lift this back up to where it's flat again. I'm going to seal the corners. This right here Oh my God. They're just like plastic rods, just like where he overheated it and it just dripped inward. What I'll probably do is go on the inside and just cut this off so that it's just not poking up through the inside. I don't know. I'll look at the inside here in a minute. But yeah, and then this white stuff you see in here, that's that Flex Seal, Leak Seal, whatever it is. You just poured that stuff inside there. There's red in here, there's yellow, there's purple, there's black. This black one is all rubbery, so this is probably that. After he did the terrible patch, he just coated it with that black stuff. But you can see where it dripped all through here. People watch these stupid YouTube videos and think they can fix it. You can't. Keep watching. Okay, I cleaned off everything I needed to. The surface is pretty smooth. Where this thing was melted in and had this weird, I don't know where it went. It looked like, I don't know what the hell kind of plastic he used, like ABS plastic or something. Melted that in that hole. But I pulled it up as much as I could. I'm going to fill that in. I'm going to fill this in. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my heat gun and heat this and lift it back up to where it should be. And then I'm going to shape it. So I'm going to try and keep this line going right here. I don't want to have to fill that with plastic. So I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to seal it, test it for leaks, and then I'll put wire mesh over everything here. Here, 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 and here. And I'm also going to rebuild this. And it's a little soft there. So I'm going to rebuild this. I'll probably make it thicker than it needs to be and then shave it back down to where it's supposed to be. Alright, I'll bring you back once I've heated that and lifted it back up. Okay, what I did was I stuck a metal rod in there. I'm actually lifting it higher than I need it. That way I can heat it again and level it back down. Excuse me. So what I do is I heat it up to about where I need it. And while it's lifted up like that, I spray it with water to cool it. Then when I pull the rod out, it stays right about where I want it. See, this part's good now. And now I need to get this part up. I'll go get a... Things you need to have when you're doing this is a heat gun, of course, spray bottle with water in it, and a wet rag. That's the only thing I need to get. Got some old t-shirts over here. What's nice is with the t-shirts you can use the shirt on the inside, heat it from the inside, and then push out on it. And also you can dry off the water. Alright, let me get this part lifted up and I'll bring you back. Okay, what I did is I attached it where it was cracked here and it had a slope in it. So what I did was I stuck this in here. I made a hole in the center. And I stuck this on the inside. And what I'm doing is I'm heating around the outside edges. I'm using that bend to lift up like this. I mean, it's not going to lift right now because I wet it to cool it. But here, watch this right. I'm using super high heat. I'm using 1350. So I got to be very careful because it's really thin right here where it was all worn out. You watch what happens here when I lift on it. brings it up. Gotta keep the rag wet on one side, that way if I want to cool the surface I can do that too. What I'm doing is I'm trying to bring up the outer edges first, and then once I get those where I want them, then I'll pull the center out. I was having a problem getting that dent to come out. The problem is whoever worked on it before stretched the plastic, so every time I push down on it or pull up on it, it would just pop up or pop down. So I'm just filling it. It's going to wind up right here. It's going to just wind up being about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch thick of plastic to level this off. Now what I'm going to do here on this corner is I'm going to take this wire mesh and shape it over here. Out of the way. And then it's going to go right here. Here to here. I'll bring you back once I've got that in place. Alright, here's what I got. Melted the plastic in. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. What counts is the outer layer. But the plastic has been melted in place. I don't know if you can see that or not. I've already started coating it with more plastic over here so you can see what it looks like once it's getting some shape. That's still the same. I haven't changed nothing there. I'm going to melt more plastic over that. I'm going to put a wire mesh over this corner, and over that one. So this part is going to be stronger than the rest of the kayak. I'm trying to get it as straight as I can from here to here, but we'll see. Here's another tip. Look at your repairs from a different angle. See, I'm working on this, and I hadn't even seen this because I hadn't looked from this side. There's a seam there's an opening right here. But from that side, it didn't look like it was open. So I'm getting it filled in little by little, but I'm getting there. I'm going to fill this in with thicker plastic so that I can either grind it or smooth it down to where I try and get this shape. The person who tried to repair this before just heated the hell out of this, so the whole thing is warped. I couldn't get this, I said before, I couldn't get that bowl out of here because he heated it so much and stretched the plastic. I even tried flipping it over, laying it on the table and heating it from the inside and pressing down on it, but it just wouldn't go. So I pushed it in and I'm just filling it in with plastic. So this right here is probably 1/2 inch thick. this side is essentially done. It was patched, and then I put the wire mesh on it, and then I put more plastic over it. I've already done the wire mesh on this side. This is just, I have to do this in, how do you say? In sections. I can't do the entire thing in one shot because it'll just get too hot and probably collapse. So I'm doing a layer, and then letting it cool, and then I'm doing another layer and letting it cool. I need to fill all this in so that I can get the shape. On the inside there's going to be like a little hump, but all that does is just make this a lot thicker. But this patch right here is pretty much done. I'm probably going to get that little hump out right there. What I'll do is I'll reheat it again. What I do is when I heat it, then I hit it with this roller. And there's still an indent here, an indent here. But like I said, the person who tried to patch this before really melted the heck out of this bottom. So I'm having to work with what they did. I mean, I can fill this in, but I mean, it's gonna be under the kayak. You're never gonna see it. Well, you're not never gonna see it, but while it's under the kayak, it's not gonna show, because the top of the kayak looks really nice. So, there you have it. All right, what I'm doing is I'm already started it, but I'm sanding the surface. What I did here was where it had the crack here and here, here and here, I sealed the plastic. See over here, that's all I've done on that one, is just the plastic seal. And then I'll put wire mesh on both this side and this side like I did over here. And then I melt the mesh into the plastic so that it's part of the kayak. And then I put more plastic over it. The plastic looks like the same color as the kayak, but once I put it on here, it's got kind of a maroon look. Doesn't matter, it's the bottom of the kayak. The top of the kayak really looks nice. So what I'm doing here is I'm filling it in with a layer of plastic, letting it sit for a while, putting another layer of plastic, letting it sit for a while. I'm just trying to level this out. Plus this is going to be a lot thicker than it was before. This is probably going to be the strongest part of the whole kayak. I mean, this kayak got a lot of use. I don't know who had it or where they were using it, but they sure used the heck out of it. So, to be continued. I'm taking a break right now. What I do is, for finish work, after I've finished sanding it and smoothing it out, I'll heat the surface till it gets shiny. I don't know if you can see it right there as I move along. It's going along with me. It's shiny behind the heat gun. And this is what you call finish work. A lot of people will just throw a plastic patch on there. Tell you, that's it. Pay me. I take a little more pride in my work. I mean, I'm probably going to add a little more plastic into those little cracks and crevices there. Yeah, see, it needs a little more there, a little bit more there, here. You don't really see those until you start to... Basically, this is called rejuvenating the kayak, because I'll do this. A lot of kayaks I get, I'll do this over the entire kayak, just to rejuvenate the surface. And I'm using 1350, 1350 degrees. So I gotta be careful to keep it moving and don't stay in one spot too long. This is like a hard rubber roller. There you have it. Kind of gives you an idea of how nice it looks once you're done. Well, there you have it. This is the completed patch. After I finish the patch, I'll rub leak sealer in it, waterproofing. Then I'll just throw a coat of paint just to cover up the different colors. Here I'm doing a keel repair, so what I'll do is I'll cut a piece of wire mesh. I'll melt it into the plastic like this, and then I'll coat the whole thing again with another coating of plastic, and there it's done. So afterwards I added an anchor point to it. Of course I braced it on the inside with a thick piece of 1/4 inch plastic. Replaced the handle with a paddle keeper, and here's the completed kayak. I also replaced all of the rear deck rigging. Hey, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and send me $1.